sound. It's moving right now. Yeah, it's on. It's on.
Hold on.
It's good?
Yeah, I can hear it on my phone. It's good.
All right, Shalom, Akim. We want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who continue to teach us the right path through the Spirit, man. All right, and peace and blessings and shalom to the elect. And we're going to get straight in to this lesson, man. Just pretty much dealing with the fact that only the men of the Lord understand these scriptures, man, and have faith that the Most High is going to make good on His promise, man. And what was the main promise was deliverance, man, and salvation. All right? Now you have these heathens, they want to act as if we were done away with, man. Talking about the nation of Israel, man, but the Most High has a upset coming, man, so to speak, man. All right? You can go ahead, brother.
So this is Micah 7:15. According to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt, will I show unto him marvelous things. The nations shall see and be confounded at all their might. They shall lay their hand upon their mouth, their ears shall be deaf.
All right, and then that's the time that we coming up on soon, man. Because while people are gonna be straying away from calling yourself an Israelite, man, the true men of the Lord, it's only gonna strengthen us because we know that this persecution has to come. Because after the persecution is salvation, man, and that's what we fighting to receive, man. All right, and it's gonna have these nations going bugging out, man. All right, they had in verse 15 it spoke about Egypt, man. That was a marvelous act that happened, man. When the Most High delivered the nation of Israel from the hand of Egypt, man.
Right.
All right. Matter of fact, real quick, somebody hold Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, and then somebody get Jeremiah 15 and start at 14.
B16.
That's like
No, I start at 14.
Well, I can add real quick. That's like Rahab, the harlot said when the two spies came. So she said, "We heard what y'all power did for y'all coming out of Egypt. You know, we all fear and we all tremble. You know."
Bring out the Jeremiah first.
Now this is Jeremiah 16:14. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, said Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, the Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Why? Because first off, man, that's been spoken of, just like the brother quoted and spoke on the account, man. All right? All the nations that they feared because they heard the great act that the Most High did in Egypt, man. But we coming up in the time now, we're in the new Egypt, man. All right? And it's going to succeed what happened in the ancient Egypt, man. All right? So that means it's going to be a great deliverance, man. Go ahead.
Verse 15. But Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Where's that land of the north, man? Right where we were brought over to, man. North America, man. And this is where the main deliverance is going to take place, man. That's why all nations, all tribes have been brought here, man. You got all 12 tribes, and not saying so Jake don't get simple, man. Like all the Israel is in America, man. Saying that you have a multitude of all the tribes right here in North America, man. And you see, and the proof of that is all the brothers that's in the different camps, man. You see, you got all northern and southern tribe in all different camps, man. All throughout the United States, man, and throughout the world. All right, but like I said, the main deliverance is gonna come out of America, man. And this place is gonna be utterly destroyed, man. And all the nations are gonna see it, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, but Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he have driven them, and I will bring them again into their land, that have given, well, that I gave unto their fathers.
And that's it, man. He said, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, man. Because even man, you even have niggas amongst ourselves. Well, I'm not gonna say ourselves, but amongst Israel, man. That will just try to justify and welcome these heathens into salvation and say that Israel had been forsaken, man. But no, that's not the case, man. All right, we were cast away for a certain period of time, man. But the Most High is gonna gather His elect from all four corners of the earth, man. All right.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead and then grab that wisdom of Solomon.
It's Matthew 24:30. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end to another. So like the brother was talking about, this is a future prophecy. The Israelites will be saved from the lands that they was scattered into by way of slavery. All right? And Yahweh is going to send his son, Yahweh Shah, whom the world ignorantly called God in Jesus Christ. He's going to send him back with the angels in the chariots to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel, man. All right?
Go ahead. That wisdom of Solomon 5:1.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
It said, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness, man. Now, right now, we being looked at as terrorists, racists, evil men, man. That's out just terrorizing the streets of America and spewing out hatred, man. No, man, we speaking the truth in righteousness, man. As the scripture is saying right here, man, in great boldness before the face of such that have afflicted us, man. When the scripture says him, man. All right? But you got to think about it, man. These devils have nerve enough to say that, man. They try to call what they said, the Klan with a tan.
Right.
That's madness, man. Would pull up one account, a video, or article, anything showing us hanging anybody from a tree, burning crosses in people's yards, man. All right, but it just show you the level of fear that the spirit is striking in these people, man. Because this is something never seen before, man. All right, well, go ahead.
It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Yep, with terrible fear, man. Go ahead.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for.
Yep, the strangeness of his salvation, man. All right, now we come do when the chariots, man. Hey, man, that's gonna be a miraculous sight, man. All right, it's gonna strike fear in the whole earth, man. To have the sun blotted out by chariots. And it's going to be strange because it's going to be far. Then you're going to be in the midst of that. You're going to be having brothers getting lifted up with spiritual powers, man. These heathens, man, at the head these Edomites, man, well, mainly the elites first, they're going to be bugging out, man. Because they're going to see it's them. All the meticulous planning that we did, it don't matter no more, man. Ain't nothing we can do to combat this, man. That's why, like you read in the Apocrypha, man, the Most High is going to make the nations try to fight against Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. Because they're going to be too scared, man. All right? Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 11, verse 11, says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Yeah, we was walking up into this truth. We got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, we start going down the highways and the byways, preaching that, you know, the kingdom is coming, and Esau's kingdom is going down. And Esau is seeing this, and he's afraid. All right, because he already know what time it is, you know. And he already know that once Israel Alright, start calling back on that power, you know, that Yahweh is gonna come save us. Alright, Yahweh is gonna send Yahweh Shai to come deliver us, alright, and take Esau the rulership. Alright.
Right, but read verse 12.
Alright, verse 12, it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Right, and as the brother Young Dawg was saying earlier, man, the heathens, they're going to be messed up in the head, man. And they're going to see us being delivered, Lord will, that we be of the elect, man.
Okay.
They're going to see our salvation, man. That's in the scriptures, bro. They're going to physically see it with their eyes, seeing so-called black Latinos and Native American Indians, brothers and sisters being delivered, man. It says within the twinkling of an eye, bro. So this going to be quick, man. And these people going to be messed up in the head, bro. And look, they already going to know what time it is, man. These are the children of the Most High, man. They're going to acknowledge us, as the scriptures say, man, that this is the seed that the Lord has blessed, man. Come on, man.
Speak up, brother, too.
It's Baruch 4:24.
Right.
It says, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity.
Yep.
Right? All nations saw our captivity, man. All nations took part in it, man.
Yep.
They called it transatlantic slave trade, man. And not just across the Atlantic Ocean, man, but also into Europe, also into India, man, Iraq, China, man. We've been scattered everywhere, man.
It was one of the highest commodities, man.
Right. Was chattel slavery, man, of the so-called Negro man, all right, and the Latino man. Because if you really want to get into it, man, the slave trade started with the so-called Latinos, man.
That's it.
With Christopher Columbus, he traded them first, man. So for all you selfish black Negro Israelites, man, shut the hell up, man. Y'all don't know no history, y'all don't know no facts, man. Slavery, that hardcore bondage, started with the Taino Indians, man. So-called Puerto Ricans today, man. They caught it first, okay? But that tragedy that happened to our people, man, all nations saw it, all nations took part in it, man. And as it says in the scriptures, they rejoiced and gave gifts one to another, man. Because they knew what those two prophets who represent Israel, all right, Judah and Israel, man, did to them, all right, under King David. Put our foot on their neck, man. So they rejoiced, man. Okay, so you got it, brother.
It says, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and the brightness of the everlasting.
Right, so they're going to see it, man. They're going to see that great power from Yahweh Shai, man. Coming. On them cherries, man, looking good, bro.
Yeah.
He coming back looking good, man.
Jake think they riding good in these cars right now, man. Yahweh Shai coming back in grand fashion, man.
Right.
All right? Blazing, literally.
Said great glory.
Yeah, he said he coming back with power and great glory, man. You gonna see him in the clouds of heaven, man. So this is what we looking for. I don't know what the hell y'all looking for, but this is what we looking for, man, to be saved from our enemies, man. Okay? Y'all think this is a fucking game, man, bro. This is not no game, bro. And look, you crackers got some nerve to try and show us on TV doing some violence, man. You know, or pushing somebody down. When all you ever done since you came into power was violence, man.
Well, why not advertising the Edomites have been shooting up public locations and shit like that, man? That's actually putting people to death. Why y'all not putting that on Fox News? Because they the fucking devil, man. And they gonna do what the devil does, man. They gonna paint themselves to be the so-called white pure image, man. All right. And the men that they know are the true rulers of the earth, man, that are soon to be put in their proper position, man. They gonna try to demonize us to be something less than what we are, man. All right, and they know it's gonna be easy with these Americans, man. They believe anything they see on the damn news, man. And good, man. Believe it, man. But just like the scriptures have been coming out, man, you're gonna be sorely displeased when the truth is manifest in the physical, man. All right.
I got a scripture.
You was done?
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee, as a man.
Right, because when Yahweh Shah come back, he's not coming back as a man, okay? Like how he was in Rome in that weak body, okay? And you Romans, you persecuted our Savior and you executed him, okay? You elites right now, man. You thinking of the way that you're gonna try to take out Yahweh Shah, man, when he come back, okay? That's not gonna happen, man. All right, Donald Trump trying to create the space wars, the space war program. Okay, you're not gonna do Yahweh Shah like that when he come back, man. He is gonna totally obliterate you people, man. Okay, you Edomites, all right, and you heathen, man.
Right.
I don't know if you remember, I was wondering if it was like one of the Transformers, they had put some type of new weapon on the moon.
Yeah, come.
Now, you remember that?
Come.
Yeah, they had put some type of weapon on the moon for the so-called alien return to defend it, man.
Oh, that was on the second, what you call it? The second,
Independence Day?
yeah, Independence.
Oh, Independence Day.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. And then, and you see, man, the significance in the first Independence Day showing Esau know what's up, man. So and then okay, there's the second one. Look at that.
Right.
The second coming of that chariot.
Right.
Right.
They say we gonna be prepared, man. Yeah, hey, the Most High is putting that pride in y'all, man, just to smack you over your head, man, and show you what it really is, man. All right, you got it.
Hey, brother, we verse 25, but
Come on.
This Baruch 4 and 25. It says, "My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High.
right.
For thine
We suffer wrath from the Most High, man. As we were talking about the transatlantic slave trade, man. There was a wrath of the Lord upon his children, man. Because of our disobedient of breaking the first covenant, man. And he put his foot on our throat, man. And disciplined us as a people, man. All right? But it says, suffer patiently the wrath from the Lord, man. Right, keep reading, brother?
For thine enemy have persecuted thee."
Right, for our enemies persecuted us, man. Our enemies did this to us, man. And the Lord allowed it, man. Okay, so that the scriptures can be fulfilled. But ain't no way in the hell our enemies going to be saved by the Lord Yahweh Shai, man. You heathens going to get put down, man. That's in the scriptures, man. All right? I keep reading that, brother?
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck.
Right. Shortly, we're going to see your downfall, Esau. Okay, the Most High has given us front row seat to see the destruction of America, man. And it's beautiful, all right? We hasten the day to see you devils crumble, man. We can't wait, bro, because we know once you fall, right, somebody get 2 Ezra 6 and 9, or once you fall, Esau, Jacob gonna rise, man. As, who that was, I believe that was, Optimus Prime, told the fallen, he said, "I rise and you fall," and he killed him. He tore his face off and said, "I rise and you fall," man. So the same thing coming to you, devils, man. Israel gonna rise, and look, you're gonna fall drastically, man.
Right.
And look, as the scriptures say, hell from beneath shall meet you at your coming, man. That's hardcore bondage, man. Slavery for you devils, man. All right, so read that 2 Ezra, brother.
Second,
You got it.
2 Ezra 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Right, so at your end is our beginning, man. This is what comes to Israel, man, and this is what we waiting, waiting for, man. And yes, the Edomites are in power, man, who are the so-called white men today.
Right.
Okay, not the Arabs, not the Hawaiians. It's the so-called white man. He's the devil, man. All right, and the Most High set him up to put him down, man. And the scripture said he created the wicked for the day of evil, man. So that nation of people is the people that Yahweh Shai coming back to fight, man. As the prophecy states.
And they show you Esau is the end of the world. Esau is in rulership right now, man. He's the only one that dictate what goes on in everybody's country, man.
Right.
All right, you thinking you a sovereign nation, and Esau started down a rebellion
Right.
in your nation, man. You thinking you doing great, all of a sudden you got Boko Haram or some shit, okay? You got what's the other, ISIS.
Yeah,
Okay, all of a sudden, man, you was a
Yeah.
peaceful nation, man. Okay, that show you that this devil is the one that's in rulership right now, man. He's the only one doing this.
Right.
Doing it in Venezuela right now.
Right.
I got a quick piece.
Go ahead.
It's and when they talk about the end of the world, it's not talking about the earth being blown up or destroyed by a meteor or something like that. You know, it's just talking about the end of Esau's rulership. All right. So Revelation 21:1, and I saw a new heaven and new earth, and it's John, what the scholars call the Revelator, receiving a vision, man. All right, on the island of Patmos. So this Revelation 21:1, and it says, I saw a new heaven and new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. So that first heaven and that first earth represent Esau rulership, man. It was passed away, and it says, and there was no more sea. No more sea meaning no more rulership for Esau, man. All right. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. The New Jerusalem is talking about the elect coming out of coming down from the heavens. Talking about the elect coming out of those chariots, man. What you people know as UFOs, man. The elect are gonna be beamed up from these from the final plague, which is the nuclear missiles. They're gonna be beamed up by the UFOs. They're gonna look down on the destruction. All right, UFOs. By the so-called UFOs. They're gonna go above the firmament of heaven. They call the Van Allen belt. They're gonna look down on the destruction. After a certain amount of time, they're gonna come back down. So I'm to rule the earth in righteousness, you know. So this is Revelation 21:2, and it says, and I, John, saw the holy city, the elect, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, coming out of those UFOs,
Right.
the
and,
chariots.
It's like John saw an actual building.
Right, he did.
Yeah, but they represented Israel.
That's right.
You know, as that glorious, city.
Right.
Right.
That's right. Like the apostles always say, back then the apostles and the prophets, they just wrote it down, but in this time we got the understanding. They didn't understand it back then. They actually seen the city, but now we understand this represent the elect.
Right, just as John, saw the beast and the,
Right.
The 7-headed 10 horn. He actually saw that.
Right.
But they represented something.
Right.
Right. So we got it, brother.
And it says, prepare as a bride adorned for her husband.
Right. Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Who is that we've been prepared for? Yahweh Shai, man. We're gonna be joined with him, man. All right. Forever, bro. And that's talking about the elect, man. And eventually all of Israel, but that starts out with the 144,000, man. All right, and the rest of the 1/3, man. All right, so you got it, brother.
Verse 3, and it says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power, man. All right, so it's showing you right here in that verse that the Most High is dealing with the men right now, man. That's the tabernacle of David. The 144,000 is men, man. All right, and they're going to be the leaders of the nation of Israel. Okay, gotta say that because this is in this society, in Esau's system, in his kingdom, he promote women's liberation and women being on the forefront. But the Most High has always dealt with the sons of Israel, man. And that's who he's raising up in these times right now, man. All right?
Right. And the Most High made the woman for the man's sake.
Right.
He made the man.
Right.
He made the woman for the man's sake, bro. That's order, bro.
That's order. Hey, if I nobody got no precept, let's get 2nd Ezra 13, man. So we can give a show in the scriptures a detailed description from a vision given to a man of the Lord, man, of how this was going to come to pass, man. How the Lord is going to return and what he's going to do, man, to bring this kingdom down, man. All right?
Right. This is 2nd Ezra 13 and 1.
Go ahead, brother, read. Speak on.
Okay, come.
2nd Ezra 13 and 1, it says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the ways thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
Right, he said that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. who is that man talking about? That man is talking about Yahweh Shai, man. All right? And the thousands of heavens is talking about the angels that's coming back with the Lord, man. Real quick, get Revelation chapter 19 and I believe the 13th verse or the 14th verse. We're talking about the angels.
Yeah. Start at 12. Well, 13.
Yeah, read
All
that.
right.
We go straight to the point.
This Revelation 19 and 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High.
Right.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
Right, and that's what Ezra saw, man. That man was strong with the thousand in heaven, talking about Yahweh Shai coming with the heavenly host, man.
Riding clean.
Right. Right, so keep reading there, brother.
And it says,
Hey, so like I just showed through the spirit, man. This book is just all for us, man.
Right.
Jake, just even wicked niggas, man. The things that Jake say on the regular is straight out the scriptures, man. Go ahead, brother.
Right, oh no, this is on there, but I want
Alright.
to keep reading.
2 Ezra 13, verse 3, it says, And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Right, right. So this is when Yahweh Shai appear, all the nations going to tremble, man. On Revelation 1 and 7. Everybody going to tremble and be afraid, man.
Yeah.
Because they're like, God, man, what is this? What is going on?
Oh, them crazy niggas was right.
Right.
They was telling the truth.
like it said back in Matthew 24th chapter that I read previously, it said all the nations of the earth shall mourn, you know, in Matthew the 24th chapter. Why is that? Because Yahweh Shai is coming to destroy these heathen nations and to deliver his people, man. So get the Revelation.
Yeah, 1 and 7.
Okay. This is Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he coming with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Right.
Even so, amen.
Shall well because of him. Now, if going to the word well, it means smite up on the chest, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be grieved at the sight of Yahweh Shai, man, because he's going to come at their astonishment, man. These people,
When we read in Wisdom of Solomon 5, it
Right.
said the strangeness of his salvation.
right. They're not expecting Yahweh Shai to make that glorious return, man. But guess what we are? Okay, Lord, will we be those men? We're waiting to see this, bro. Because we know that once Yahweh Shai crack them clouds, it's over with, man.
You're right. All tears are wiped away.
Right.
Saying Peter looking for and hastening to the coming of the day.
Right, brother.
Lord.
Correct.
Right. This should be your mindset, man. You know, so keep reading that.
Verse 4, And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire.
Right.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there were gathered together a multitude of men out of number,
Right.
from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Right. These are all the armies of the earth, man. All right. Starting with the beast. Okay, which is NATO and the EU. America is a part of NATO, right? And the other nations, man. Now, this is explained in the book of Revelation, chapter 19. You got it?
Yeah, Revelation 19, verse 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army.
Right. So they're going to gather together, bro, to fight against Yahweh Shai and his army, man. All right, somebody get Revelation 12 and 7.
And that show you the level of fear, man. Because you see, we coming upon World War III, man.
Right.
So you gonna have all the nations. It's gonna put so much fear in them. They gonna put all their shit to the side for the time being. Look, we gotta come together right now.
Right.
It's Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
Right. Now, who is the dragon? The dragon talking about the Roman Empire, man. But we know that Rome came back through the EU, man, and NATO. All right, America. That's that beast system. That's that dragon that's going to fight against Yahweh Shai, man. Right, keep reading that, brother.
And the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not.
And prevailed not. So guess what, Esau? You're going to lose. You will lose, man.
His angels is his army.
Yeah. Yeah, his angel is his army, man. All right?
Even with the new F-22s they got on.
The F-22.
Oh yeah. That it don't matter, man.
The new Boeing they got.
Right. I keep reading that.
The boy.
It says, neither was there a place found any more in heaven.
Right.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
Oh, look now. The Most High calling you the devil and Satan, man.
Right.
So why you get mad when we call you the devil and Satan? Okay, the Most High said it first, and we just said what the scriptures say.
I ain't never heard that scripture because the pastor told you
Right.
don't worry about Revelation.
Alright, we don't
Don't worry about the book of Revelation right now.
Yes, this is on there, brother. Right, so you got it out.
2nd Ezra 13, verse 6.
Read 5 again, Bubba Kashaf.
2nd Ezra 13 and 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the land that came out of the sea.
Yeah, the sea, man, the firmament, man. Yahweh Shai is gonna come in the farther chariot, man, out of the skies, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereof the hill was graven, and I could not.
Right. Ezra thought Yahweh would fly on a mountain, man. But it was a chariot, man. All right? The chariots of Israel, man. And Ezra said, basically was saying, if it was a mountain,
Yeah, what the hell did he get it from?
where he get it from? But it wasn't a mountain, man. It was a huge chariot that Ezra could not, he thought it was a mountain, but it wasn't, bro. Showing you, bro, look, man, I don't know how big that chariot gonna be, bro, but I know one thing. That thing gonna be huge, man. Beyond our imagination, bro. But, bro, Yahweh Shai gonna shine, man. He gonna shine when he come back, bro. Everybody gonna see him, bro. All eyes shall see the Lord, man. Okay, so keep reading that out.
Hey, Salakia, man, I'm just thinking about it and see, when we start going into the return of Yahweh Shai and the chariots, man, a lot of these jakes that know they Israel and the little cute Israelites, man,
Right.
that want to broadcast and put their fringes on their shirts and walk around with Hebrew warrior across their chest, man. They don't really believe in that, man. They don't believe in the deliverance, man. That's why they doing all these antics and BS that they doing now, man. All right? And that's why a lot of they going to be put to shame in that time, man. Because they thought this was a game and just something trendy to get into, man. But they don't have faith that we going to see Yahweh Shai in this lifetime, man. All right? You got it, brother.
Now that you say that, when you think about it, I really don't even hear no other accounts really going into the chariots and Yahweh Shai coming back, like, you know, like the scriptures explain.
Right.
You know, yeah, they say salvation and Christ coming back. Or, you know,
Christ.
they don't really go into it, like how, like what's gonna happen, how it's gonna be, like they don't explain it. You know,
Right. They would be trying to.
what the scripture say? Help me. I believe, therefore I speak.
Right.
They don't really believe it then.
Right.
You know. Yeah, man.
Exactly. And Jake too busy trying to stop people and ask questions. Hey brother, hey sister, I'm gonna ask you a question. Yeah, look, bro, y'all reaching, bro.
Yeah.
That,
Because
look,
they looking for money.
Right.
And followers.
look, but the elect gonna look. The word gonna draw the elect in, man. We don't have to stop nobody, man. Now I'm not saying that, brother, stop somebody and say, hey, this, that, and the third. But you guys be doing like, I mean, every video you do it. Hey brother, hey sister, you Israelite, this, that, and the third, man. Reaching, bro. Bro, we ain't gotta do all that madness, man. The elect gonna hear, look. Yahweh Shai said, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. So once the elect hear that word, it's gonna click, man. And they won't stop and hear it, man.
They don't understand what that spiritual net is.
Right. Come, bring that point out there.
Yeah, basically Yahweh Shai said that basically it's gonna make us fishers of men. Now, when you a fish, you don't gotta go dive in the water and go jump and grab a fish. You put that bait out there.
Right.
All right. And that bait, that's the word. It's gonna it's gonna lead them unto us. All right, to the word. All right, and then that's gonna be it from now.
Right. Come, see that, bro.
Second Ezra 13 and 8. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet there's fight.
Woo! They was so afraid, man. Do you know what I mean to be so afraid, man? That you trembling. You shaking in your boots, so to speak, man. But yet they gonna fight because the Lord gonna make them fight, man. Okay? This ain't gonna be glorious, man. And he know that they ain't gonna win, but just for the hell of it, he gonna make them fight, man. Puny humans, man. He gonna stomp them out, bro. Easy work, man. All right? Because as the scriptures say, man's goings are of Yahweh. How then can a man understand his own way, bro? The Most High gonna make y'all fight, man.
Right.
And it's gonna be easy work. All right? As Ezra gonna explain, man.
Verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
Now hold on, man. If you see a pack of niggas coming at you with bats and guns and knives, you gonna do something. The scripture say Yahweh didn't do nothing. He did okay. But he did do something, and Ezra gonna explain what he did.
It says, verse 10, but only
9 and 5.
Huh?
Isaiah 9 and 5.
Right.
Verse 10, it says, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
Right. It says out of his mouth now out of his mouth is talking about the chariot, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It says a blast of fire. Keep reading.
It said a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
Right. So Ezra is trying to explain what he saw to the best of his ability, to the best of the vocabulary that he had at the time, to explain those laser beams, man. He said, like as a what verse start over again?
2 Ezra 13 verse 10, but only I saw that he had sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
He said, as it has been, right? He trying to explain what it is. But it was some type of energy that he saw from those chariots that did damage, man. Right, so keep reading, brother.
And out of his lips a flaming breath,
right?
And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
Right.
And they were all mixed together.
Woo! He said, look, all this was mixed together. This is Ezra trying to explain this stuff to the best of his ability, bro. Okay? Keep reading.
It says the flaming breath, the great tempest. It says, like it says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude,
right,
which were prepared to fight, and burnt them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of a innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, for only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
Bam.
God damn.
There you have it, man.
That's your future.
Yeah, man. Destruction of all the armies of the earth, man. Okay? This is what's coming to you people, man. Whether you believe it or not, we don't care, man.
Right.
Okay? Because the Most High don't need you to believe for him to exist, man.
Right.
Or for his word to be true.
Right.
That's what you idiots don't get, man. Talking about, oh, a man made up God. No, nigga.
Right.
The Most High made man, you got it wrong.
They'll find out. Hey,
Mama.
let's, get your picture. Go ahead.
You remind me of that movie War of the Worlds. When the old boy, what's his name?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise was running away from those they call them tripods.
Right.
And they was running away from them. Those, that's Esau, knowing the scriptures, but putting his little twist on it, man.
Right.
But that's the chariots, man. All right, that scene is out of the scriptures. That was the chariots shooting that concentrated fire, those laser beams on them people. And what happened to them people when them laser beams hit them? They turned to dust, man.
Dust, right.
So that's the scriptures. Esau know the scriptures, putting in his movie, man. So you people, in his mind, he can say, look, these people ain't got no excuse. I told them. You know what I'm saying? So I got a quick pre-sub.
The most I put the spirit on the directors, man. They think you really think these directors can really sit down and think of a whole detailed script for a movie on their own, man, on their own mental power, man. Right. This is all done by the Most High, man. All right, you gotta go.
Oh, no, I was gonna say that Edges would see this in a vision, and he said when he saw this, he was afraid. Now, how you think people gonna feel, you know, that's gonna be here?
Right.
All right, it says man's heart shall fail them, basically for the things that they should see.
Heart attacks and all that shit, you know. The scripture also say that the elect shall be scarcely saved. So where should the sinner and the ungodly appear, man? They're gonna be destroyed. Brothers read Revelation 19 and 19.
Right.
Okay. Okay, this Revelation 19 and 19. And it says, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. So those armies, all right, the Russian military, the American military, Iran, China, all these different kings, they're going to have their armies in the Middle East. That's the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man, that the scriptures speak of, all right? Over there in the Persian Gulf, the Middle East, that's the Battle of Armageddon, man, all right? That's referring back to Revelation 16 and 16. Verse 20, Revelation 19 and 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him. False prophet talking about the Roman Catholic Church, man. All right, and all these different off branches of that sect. And it says, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. That's the chip. And them that worship his image, these both was cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. So that lake of fire consists of the thermonuclear missiles, all right, and the Yahweh Shah and the chariots shooting those laser beams, man. All right, so that's your lake of fire right there. Verse 21, it says, and the remnant was slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth. So that go back to the scripture that your brother just read, man. In 2 Ezra, the 13th chapter. That's talking about those laser beams. And it says, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. So the birds gonna have a feast upon the armies, man.
Somebody grab Isaiah 66 and 15 and 16, and we're gonna wrap it up on
Isaiah 66, verse 15. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
And just real quick, I want to make a point, man, because it says to render his anger, man. All right? That's why right now, at the times, man, we just got to teach, man. Our job right now is to be spiritual warriors and teach until the Lord send Yahweh Shai back to render his anger with his fury, man. Because we can't do shit physically right now. All right? Our job is to be spiritual men and continue to shake this kingdom up with his word, man. All right? But this is talking about when the Lord returns, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many.
Yep. It's going to be many deaths coming, man. All right? To bring the final justice, man. The final judgment and bring balance unto the earth, man. For all the atrocities that's been done unto the Most High chosen people, man. All right? And the head of this, you damn elites, man. Because y'all really think that somehow y'all going to be able to pull it off, man. That y'all going to be able to kick off World War III, implement the chip mandatory across the whole earth, and then defend your little wicked, puny rulership against the Heavenly Father and Son, man. But no, man. You are sadly mistaken, man. Yeah. Brothers had any final stories? We're going to end it on that, man. Lord willing, this was edifying. Once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings unto the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.